Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Reader Teacher. My name's Scott. It's October the 1st, so this video is episode 10 of series 4 of Coming Soon, and it previews the upcoming books for the month of October 2024. As always, I'll be going through them in release date order, and where they have the same release date, then they'll be alphabetically by title. If you just want to hear about a specific book, then make sure to use the timestamps in the description below. I hope this video helps you to discover more children's books to add to your TBRs, and I'll be doing more monthly videos like this one throughout this year. So make sure to leave me a like, hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. Also, all the links to the books that I mention in this video will be in the description box below. So let's take a look at the books. First up is Birdie by J.P. Rose, out on the 3rd of October, in which Birdie Bagshaw, a mixed-race girl who has never known her parents, moves in with her great-aunt in the heart of 1950s Yorkshire. Struggling to fit in and feeling like an outsider, Birdie faces bullying from the local children, which leads her to seek refuge in a nearby coal mine. There she meets Mr. Duke, the village's last pit pony, and they quickly form a special bond. Together, they navigate challenges of family, identity, and the harsh realities of racism. But when Mr. Duke's future is threatened, Birdie hatches a daring plan to save him, showcasing her courage and resilience. This tender tale promises to be perfect for animal lovers and anyone who believes in the power of hope. Thanks Anderson Press for the finished copy. Next, we encounter the lovable Pete the Badger, star of Emily Gravett's earlier books, Tidy and Too Much Stuff, in Bothered by Bugs, out on the 3rd of October. And Pete is eager to whip up a delicious recipe from his new fruit cookbook. Unfortunately, his peaceful cooking is soon disrupted by a tiny fly that quickly multiplies into a swarm, creating chaos in the forest. All the animals come together and help Pete banish those pesky bugs, but disaster looms when they realise no one is left to tidy up. As autumn approaches and the forest finds itself stripped of berries and cherries. Through this tale, Pete discovers the essential role that even the smallest creatures play in maintaining nature's balance. Thanks Macmillan for the finished hardback copy. Step into the Anglo-Saxon world of King Alfred the Great in this lyrical retelling by Carnegie Medal winner Kevin Crossley-Holland and former Children's Laureate Chris Riddell. Alfred the Great is not just one of the most iconic rulers in British history, he is the only monarch to earn the title Great. Renowned for his fierce resistance against Viking invaders, Alfred was also a passionate scholar and a collector of stories, welcoming travellers to his court with open arms. In this enchanting tale, the intrepid sailor Wulfstan arrives, ready to dazzle Alfred's court with an extraordinary narrative filled with shipwrecks, exhilarating horse races, and a mysterious ruler entombed in ice. Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy that's out on the 3rd of October. On the 3rd of October, we meet Relic, a seemingly average 12-year-old living a quiet life above his grandfather's antique shop in Chinatown, London, in Relic Hamilton, Genie Hunter by Joseph Coelho and illustrated by Hyun Song-wi. Everything changes one fateful day when Relic discovers something extraordinary whilst polishing mysterious brass lamps in the basement. Suddenly, he's engulfed by an icy chill, leaving him breathless as a real, live genie materialises before him. But this isn't just any genie. It's an evil entity that feeds on hope. Thrust into an underground world of genie hunters, Relic teams up with a professor and a doctor, and together they go on adventures aboard their one-of-a-kind jet, secretly hunting down rogue genies before they can unleash chaos upon the world. Thanks Walker Books for the finished copy. The Lost Dogs by Patricia Forde and illustrated by James Brown, out on the 3rd of October, introduces us to 3 unforgettable canines: Luna the Labrador, Bella the Cocker Spaniel, and Eddie the Terrier. When their worlds fall apart, these 3 dogs are thrown together for the biggest adventure of their lives. They end up breaking out of prison, going on the run, and even becoming shipwrecked and homeless. They must also dodge a cruel dog warden and risk their lives to save other dogs from a criminal gang. Through it all, they discover a new kind of family in one another. But will they be able to find their way home? Big thanks UClan Publishing for the finished copy. Each autumn, a small red flower begins to appear, flourishing when others do not. But what does it mean, and why do people wear it? In this move-in poem, first performed at the Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance in 2021, Alive with Poppies by Tomos and illustrated by Sharon Rentta, out on the 10th of October, invites readers to explore the significance of the poppy. With engaging rhyme in text, it explains the history and importance of the poppy symbol from the First World War to the present day, striking a chord with readers who wonder how this flower became such an essential emblem. Thanks Scholastic for the gorgeous finished copy. Follow wildlife through each season, discovering the exciting and sometimes surprising stories of the animals, plants and places around you in A Story of the Seasons by Anna Wilson and illustrated by Carolina Rabei, out on the 10th of October. See tiny tadpoles transforming into frogs in spring and witness colourful butterflies cluster around summer wildflowers. As autumn arrives, find hedgehogs seeking safe spots to hibernate amongst the fallen leaves and watch birds foraging for berries during the cold winter months. This enchanting and fact-filled guide reveals the secrets of the changing seasons and invites readers to explore the wonders of nature for themselves. So thanks Nosy Crow for the stunning hardback finished copy. On the 10th of October, discover Feather by Manon Steffan Ross, a poignant story about family, friendship and memory. Hugh loves visiting his nan after school. She bakes him delicious cakes and never stresses about his homework. But one day, everything changes when Nan forgets his name and instead calls him Johnny, the name of her long-lost brother. As she slowly slips into dementia, Hugh and his friends set off on a journey to uncover the mystery of Johnny and his past. Blending modern and historical themes, Feather explores the significance of conscientious objectors during World War II. The original Welsh edition of this book, Pluan, won the Tir na Nog Award for Children's Fiction in 2017, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. Thanks Firefly Press for the finished copy. Get ready for an action-packed adventure in Relic Hunters, The Clockwork Key by Vashti and illustrated by Rebecca Sheerin, out on the 10th of October. In this exciting first instalment of a new fantasy series, siblings Mabel and Will Greystone are thrilled to spend their holiday with their renowned relic hunter aunt, Lucy, in the land of Marvolia. Equipped with an ancient map, they set out to uncover the legendary lost town of Umber, which is known for its clockwork inventions and has mysteriously been abandoned centuries ago. Their only lead is a peculiar old key left by the town's last resident, but its purpose remains a total mystery. However, they're not alone in their quest. Others are also seeking Umber, driven by their own ambitions. Can Mabel, Will and Aunt Lucy uncover the lost town before anyone else? And what secrets will the Clockwork Key unlock along the way? Thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy. A thrilling adventure begins to unfold in Stella by Chris Bradford and illustrated by Charlotte Grange, out on the 10th of October, when disaster strikes on the International Space Station. Excited by the stars, Stella is on a family holiday at the Space Hotel, whilst her brother Ryan grows bored and complains about their adventure. When their parents suggest a visit to the International Space Station Museum, things take a turn for the worse during a spacewalk. A massive solar flare sends deadly radiation towards Earth, and in the chaos, Ryan's jetpack fails. With only minutes to spare, Stella must rescue him and find shelter inside the ISS before it's too late. Thanks Barrington Stoke for the finished copy. That Day by Pierre-Emmanuel Lyet, out on the 10th of October, tells the story of a small boy reflecting on the profound impact of love and memories left behind by those who have passed away. And this deeply moving picture book beautifully captures the emotions of loss, illustrating how the bonds we create endure, even when loved ones are no longer with us. Through heartfelt words and imagery, it invites readers to cherish those moments spent together and reminds us that the connections that we share resonate long after someone is gone. Thanks Pushkin Press for the stunning hardback finished copy. The Bletchley Riddle by Ruta Sepetys and Steve Schenkin is a thrilling middle-grade historical adventure that plunges readers into the summer of 1940, a time when trust is scarce and spies lurk in the shadows. Maths whiz Jakob Novice has been recruited to the top secret code-breaking centre at Bletchley Park, where he faces the challenge of cracking the Nazi Enigma cipher. Meanwhile, his younger sister Lizzie goes on her own undercover mission to find their missing mother. Packed with codes to decipher and mysteries to unravel, this gripping tale promises to keep readers on the edge of their seats, blending excitement with a rich historical backdrop. Thanks Rock the Boat for the finished copy that's out on the 10th of October. In the Millicent Quibb School of Etiquette for Young Ladies of Mad Science by Kate McKinnon, out on the 10th of October, the Porch Sisters are used to feeling like outsiders in their snooty town of Antiquarium. After being expelled from the last etiquette school that would take them, they expect to be sent away for good, but a mysterious invitation changes all of that. Under the guidance of the outrageous Millicent Quibb, a mad scientist with worms in her hair and oysters in her bathtub, the sisters set off on an unforgettable journey filled with wild experiments and quirky adventures. As they dive into the chaos of mad science, they soon find themselves tasked with saving their town from an evil cabal of scientists. To succeed, they must embrace their individuality and show that being different is their greatest strength in this debut that is a delightful celebration of imagination and the importance of standing out. Thanks HarperCollins Children's Books for the signed finished copy. In The Six Queens of Henry VIII by Honor Cargill-Martin and illustrated by Jamie Andrews, out on the 10th of October, we learn about the fascinating lives of Henry VIII's 6 wives, who were far more than just queens. Did you know Catherine of Aragon led troops in armour whilst pregnant? Or that Anne of Cleves met Henry in disguise before they married? And it was Catherine Parr who convinced Henry to return his daughters, Mary and Elizabeth, to the line of succession, shaping British history. Full of drama, ambition and power plays, this book puts these 6 remarkable women in the spotlight, offering a fun and insightful take on their stories. Thanks Hachette for the finished copy. Explore our wonderfully weird and wacky world in There's No Such Thing as a Silly Question by Mike Rampton and illustrated by Gilham Carston. And this brilliantly funny question and answer book features 213 unusual inquiries, full fact-checked by experts from the University of Cambridge. Have you ever wondered why most babies are born with around 300 bones, only to have 206 to 213 as adults? Well, this book dives into fascinating facts like this one, whilst covering a whole range of topics from science and technology to evolution and social history. With each page, you'll discover answers to questions you never thought to ask. There's one for at least every bone in your body. Thanks Nosy Crow for the finished copy that's out on the 10th of October. Another one out on the 10th of October is Tosh's Island by Linda Sargent, Joe Brady and Leo Marcel, which invites readers into a heart-rending graphic novel that beautifully explores discovery, adversity and the healing power of imagination. Tosh's life on a Kentish hop farm seems perfect, filled with best friends and adventures, until chronic illness threatens everything she loves. Inspired by co-writer Linda's real-life experience with Still's disease, the story immerses readers in Tosh's struggles during this time of transition. With stunning illustrations, it captures both the challenges of chronic illness and the vibrant worlds of imagination that provide comfort. And this sensitively told story highlights the importance of resilience and positivity in the face of change. Thanks David Fickling Books for the finished copy. Fall Under the Spell of Witch Spark, the first book in a magical series by Dominique Valente, out on the 10th of October. Eglantine is struggling to find her witch spark, and without her magic, her family and their enchanted house risk falling into the clutches of the evil Whistle Witch. Meanwhile, Princess Victoria faces her own challenges as her secret magical powers spiral out of control, creating chaos in the royal palace. In their quest for help, both girls turn to the disgraced witch, Miss Hegarty, whose tough lessons may be the key to overcoming their challenges. With a magical house, a talking dragon butler, and a duo of aspiring witches, this series is sure to enchant readers of all ages. Thanks Esborn for the finished copy. Join wonderful wordsmith Tom Reed Wilson on the 10th of October for a captivating journey through the English language in wonderful words that tell a tale, a delightful follow-up, sequel to Every Word Tells a Story. Explore the intriguing origins behind the words we use daily. Did you know that astronaut means star sailor in ancient Greek? Or that fart traces back to the ancient Sanskrit pard? This enchanting adventure uncovers the etymology of 4 words from every letter of the alphabet, revealing over 100 remarkable word tales. Each entry is accompanied by a charming poem and vibrant watercolour illustrations by Ian Morris, making this a perfect book to read alone or share with friends and family. Big thanks, Quarto, for the finished copy. Welcome to the world's largest continent in Amazing Asia by Rashmi Sudesh Pandey, illustrated by Jason Lyon, out on the 17th of October. In this beautifully illustrated encyclopedia, it invites readers to explore the rich history and diversity of Asia, celebrating its 5 geographical regions: East, West, North and Central, South and Southeast. Each section features detailed maps, historical timelines and spotlights on influential figures, showcasing the continent's remarkable empires, cultural traditions and stunning landscapes, from the Bengal tiger to the Chocolate Hills. Amazing Asia is an essential guide for anyone who wants to learn more about and appreciate this epic continent's past, present and future. Big thanks, Quarto, for the beautiful finished hardback copy. Also out on the 17th of October is Gold Rush by Flora Delaghi, a powerfully illustrated book that uncovers for the first time the inspiring stories of the courageous women of the Klondike Gold Rush. With rich detail and exquisite artwork, it brings to life the tale of Shaw Claw, Kate Carmack, a First Nations woman whose discovery of gold in 1896 attracted 100,000 gold diggers to the Yukon. Set against the stunning backdrop of the Yukon Valley, this book captivates readers with stories of booming towns, treacherous journeys across snow-laden landscapes, and the resilience of indigenous people affected by the influx of fortune seekers. Thanks, Quarto, for the finished copy. In Montezuma's Tantrum by Nuria Gomez-Bennett, illustrated by Santiago Solis and translated by Eliza Amado, out on the 17th of October, he is the emperor of the Aztec civilization, but he's in quite the mood. Concerned for their ruler, everyone around him scrambles to think of ways to cheer him up. Perhaps some new armour, an extravagant headdress, or even a sacrifice or two could do the trick. Finally, someone has a brainwave. A nice warm drink, chocolat. It works. Montezuma is happy again, because everyone, even emperors, love hot chocolate. This brightly illustrated book not only shares an amusing story, but also provides a little look into Aztec life. Thanks, Greystone Kids, for the finished copy. Celebrate the joy of storytelling in The Brighter I Shine by Camille Abrahamian and illustrated by Lucine Gokukazian, out on the 17th of October. For one Armenian child, birthdays are a vibrant tapestry of tradition, decorating the home with fragrant roses, mint and sumac, feasting on delicious beef dumplings with garlic yogurt, and baking cakes surrounded by family and friends. But these special days also invite the sharing of stories, tales of ancestors, homelands and new beginnings that shape their identity. Each story adds to the light within, reminding us that the more we share, the brighter we shine. Thanks, Lantana Publishing, for the finished copy. It wouldn't be Halloween month without a haunting mystery, and Black Gables by Eilish Carcioni, out on the 24th of October, promises to deliver just that. When Rosella's mother loses her memory, the family returns to her childhood home, hoping to spark a flicker of recognition. However, they soon find that all is not well in this eerie place. The head teacher, Mr. Edge, harbours sinister intentions and seems to be communicating with the lake ghouls. The school, perched at the edge of a dark lake, is steeped in legend, named after 2 ominous black gables that remain from a long-abandoned workhouse where many perished. These loom over the school, their walls crumbled and overgrown with brambles, resembling ghostly stone beasts, whilst the wind whistles through the empty windows. Beyond lies the lake, with its strange waters that shift in colour, hinting at secrets waiting to be uncovered. Thanks, Everything with Words, for the finished copy. I have a feeling it's going to give me quite the fright. Introduce readers to the transformative power of love and kindness in My Bright Shining Star by Fatima Whitbread and illustrated by Rian Wright, out on the 24th of October. Follow little Fatima on her heartfelt journey to find her forever home, guided by a radiant star. At the children's home, Auntie Ray fills Fatima's life with love and hope, even as other children find new families. But together they look to the North Star, dreaming of Fatima's bright future. And this beautifully illustrated picture book not only shares Fatima's inspiring true story of adoption, but also highlights how kindness can provide safety and strength, proving that even in the darkest moments, a single shining star can light the way. Thank you, Quarto, for the finished copy. Unleash your sense of adventure with Skyfleet, March of the Mutabugs by Victoria Williamson and illustrated by James Brown, out on the 24th of October. 12-year-old Amberly Jane faces incredible challenges after a tragic crash takes her appearance and leaves her legs paralysed. With a swarm of mutated insects threatening the Skyfleet base and her best friend Ricardo about to be sent away, the stakes couldn't be any higher. Determined to honour her parents' legacy, Amberly hatches a daring plan to repair the legendary Firehawk jet. So join Amberly and Ricardo as they confront danger, discover their inner strength and learn the true meaning of friendship in this gripping middle grade tale. Thanks Tiny Tree Books for the finished copy. Ignite children's curiosity with the bedtime book of Even More Impossible Questions by Isabel Thomas and illustrated by Margarita Estevez, out on 24th of October. This follow-up to the original bedtime book of Impossible Questions is a treasure trove of fascinating facts for the naturally inquisitive. It answers head-scratchers like "Can dogs laugh?" and "Are we all aliens?" and is the perfect way to spark wonder and imagination just before children drift off to dreamland. With its engaging content and beautiful illustrations, this book makes bedtime an exciting adventure. A big thank you to Bloomsbury for the lovely finished copy. A wild adventure awaits for Will in Will Worthington and the Black Rainbow by R.E. Brooker, out on the 31st of October. When he finds himself reluctantly on a school trip to Austria, a terrifying blizzard leads him back to Ostassa, a quirky floating land where his nightmares come to life. Tasked with stopping the monstrous Black Rainbow, a terrifying molten lava creation that threatens all of it, Will must navigate madness, including a stay in a pineapple-themed hotel. Meanwhile, he must evade his cunning foster brother, whose ultimate goal is to destroy Will at any cost. Thanks Rachel for sending me this finished copy. So these are the books I'm most excited about reading this month. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel below. As always, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next video.